basically like, what is Katana? They thought maybe it was a render engine. When I started to kind of explain it, it started to make sense. But I wanted to hear from you, from your perspective, just like a brief description about what Katana is, and then we'll kind of get into, because I know that you work with studios who are working on transition to Katana and why they want to do that. So let's first talk about like, what is Katana? Like, what is this software?
Yeah, so if you're coming from Maya, Katana just takes a chunk out of Maya. Like Maya, you would do your materials in Maya, apply them to the CG objects you have, and then you're going to use your own render engine to render it and put your lights in. So it could be Arnold, it could be Redshift, it could be any render engine. So what Katana is doing is taking this chunk of materials, assignments, and lighting, and putting everything in its own software. And why is this important? And why is Katana important in the industry? Why is it being so adopted everywhere else? Just because when we're working with Maya, and I've worked with Maya professionally as a lighter, and whenever you need to update, say like there's an update for the characters' textures, and you have 10 shots of those. So you have to go open Maya, and Maya takes forever to open because it has to load everything before you can actually move around. So, and you have to do that 10 times. And I remember working in Maya, I would have to go on the weekend just to update cameras and put it on the farm. It's like open Maya, update a camera, put it on the farm, and make sure everything is selected. So when you're working with Katana, Katana was made to kind of take all this repetitive, non-subjective work and automate it as good as possible. So what Katana allows you to do is you work in multiple shots in one file. So say if you have 10 shots that are the same, and naturally in the industry, they will assign you shots that are similar. So I'm doing 10 close-ups for the same character. And if I just have to rotate the key for one of these lights, I'll have to go and rotate this key in every file. So Katana has, because it's based in nodes, we don't call it this the script, we call it a recipe, because a recipe is kind of like, it's made to be repetitive for anything like you put on top. So Katana allows you to switch between the shots you're working within the same file, and the things that you do before the render applies to every shot. You can also do overrides, say like you're going to rotate the key just for one shot, so you can split that shot to the side, and that override will only apply to that one shot. Amazing. So and so when you're working in a team, and I think this is the teamwork part is very important, because you can have your lead build this amazing Katana script, and then you can take that script and work on all of your shots in one go. So and you can always refer back, and there are ways that they can there are live groups, for example, that they can update a live group on their script, and that will be pushed to yours. So say there's a new AOV that production decided that they need. So if the lead updates on the AOV's live group, then it will be pushed to yours. So production is really geared towards getting shots out, right? So, and the only way we can, and the reason Sony developed Katana originally many years ago was just to do this. It's just like, how can we deliver 3 feature films a year, which is what Sony is doing,
right?
With the same amount of artists. Like there's a limited physical space that Sony has, not anymore, I guess, because of work from home. Maybe we can expand that to the world. But before then, there was a physical limit. We can only have 300 artists. So how do you use the artist time to the best of their abilities? And I think it's doing lighting